Hi Cancer, it's Jo from Angels and Ancestors, and this is your WTF reading for the latter part of August. There's been some interesting readings. There are 7 planets in retrograde. Venus finally pops out of retrograde on the 4th of September. So if you're looking for a romantic relationship, or you're thinking of rekindling something with somebody, please wait until after then. Or if you're making a decision about a partnership. Mercury doesn't come out of retrograde. I don't think it comes out until October, is it? Or is it the end of September? But yeah, there's lots planetary-wise going on, so be aware. And also when Mercury's in retrograde, everything seems to slow down. Everything takes its sweet, merry time. And it kind of like appears to make us go in reverse, like backwards. So just be aware of that. So let's get your energy card. Can I have an energy card, please, for Cancer for the latter part of August? And if you're thinking that I'm sounding a little bit different, I've invested in some noise cancelling headphones that have got a really good mic attached to them. Because the road, we had so many roadworks going on around the main town that the villagers were really suffering with traffic and that. So I invested in them, and the videos actually sound really nice. So I'm sorry if you've had to turn it down because I'm a bit loud, but that's what's going on, for goodness sake. It's got to be in here somewhere. Don't lose heart, Cancer. Thank you, at long last. So, my lovelies, what have we got? Into the unknown. Oh. Underworld, depth, courage, facing your fears. Look at this. It's like an underwater portal. That's right up your street, Cancer. Very watery, coming into alignment with your emotions. And particularly the fear motion. What is it that you're fearing? What's kind of given you rise to think that it's okay to stay in your bubble because it's safe and you know what's going on? It's not. Depth, courage, facing your fears, the underworld. It's the under the sea world. And, you know, as Cancerian crab, you should be grasping that with both hands. Facing that fear. Burst that bubble that you're sitting in. Get back out there. Go and have an explore. There is something definitely happening around you that... Oh, wow. That would indicate that you have stayed safe, played it safe. So stayed at home, stayed in the same job a long time, stayed in the same relationship when really you should have long since given up the ghost on it. All of that sort of stuff. The Isle of Avalon. Healing. Returning to wholeness and transformation. I'd say there's a change around you like no other. Returning to wholeness. Okay, I get it. Facing your fear. I'm kind of getting for you that it's to do with being whole, but being on your own. Don't fear that. Don't fear that. That is the time that we need to take to heal. That's the time when we bring ourselves back together. That's the time when we actually start to appreciate our own worth. And it's really needed at this time, really needed. Because once you're whole again, you will transform into who you're supposed to be and not who other people prescribe you to be. So what started your what the fuck? Facing your fears and taking your power back. Manifestation and wish fulfillment. Movement and journey. What can Cancer do about this situation? Oh, thank you. Oh, and that one was just handed to me. Okay, it's what you can't do anything about. That doesn't surprise me with the first two cards that came out. Oh my goodness. Reconnecting to your true self. Okay. And the outcome plays. Thank you. Ooh, okay. So what started your what the fuck? Six of Pentacles. This is my charity card. This is giving and taking with dignity and grace. This is all about, it's not about corporate charity. It's about the one-on-one charity. So these two ladies are doing an exchange of goods. The lady's got some flowers. The other lady wants them and she's willing to pay for them. The shyster, on the other hand, has got 2 dice or 3 dice in his hand, and he's taking his chances that he's going to get a cut of whatever that lady gets for those flowers. Beware of people like that around you. But this charity card, this having that kind word for people and accepting that if you're the one that's been giving, it's now your turn to start receiving. And there is nothing wrong with that. The universe has to feel that it's in balance. Causing you a bit of a dilemma though, isn't it, with the 8 of Chalices? You're not quite sure about this, receiving Benarche. 8 of Chalices, you're wondering what the hell to do next. Where'd you go? What'd you do? Your chalices are in the upright. That's all your loved ones. They've got your back. The sun is shining. A bit hazy, but it's shining. But you're standing there going, I don't know. I'm not sure about this. Is this right? Is this wrong? Let me tell you, if you've got more than one option, you haven't got your answer. And if you are presented with more than one option, lovely, just take your time. Step back. Take your time, reconfigure yourself, look at it again, look at the 2 options again. Is there one that shines a bit brighter than the other? If not, if they're even Stevens, then neither of those are your answers and you need to wait that little bit longer. But in the meantime, you need to get okay with that receiving business, because it's your turn to start receiving the blessings that you've given out to other people. So face your fears and taking your power back. The Page of Wands. What was it that you wanted to magically move out of the way and you're still waiting for it to happen? Why are you standing on the dock waiting? Because I kind of get with this last card, taking your power back, and what I'm going to call the in-between card, you manifested something. You waved a magic wand and you so wanted it to happen and you waited patiently. It did happen. You shone a light into the wild hunt, into the chaos, and you got your answer. But you're still waiting for the answer, but the answer's there. This is giving you an opportunity to either rebuild or to move on. I have to say that the answer is as plain as the nose on your face, and that is stop waiting for the answer and just start to figure out where you need to be next. Because the magic worked. You're fearful it didn't, but it did. It's shown you the way. You know it's shown you the way. You know that you shone that light in that chaos and you uncovered something that was either the truth or the untruth. But the opportunity is there. It's a positive opportunity. It's taking your power back by making yourself sit in the position of either rebuilding what it is that got destroyed or moving on. And the moving on bit is probably the easier one out of the two, I have to say. Manifestation, wish fulfillment, and why it may be fucked, not fucked. 7 of Pentacles. You are actually wanting to move jobs, try a different skill, retrain, do something a bit different. I'm kind of getting that you're a bit stagnated because you have given so much but not received anything back, and now it's your turn to do that. But unless you're willing to move off the spot and go and look for what it is that you actually want, which is to move on. Now, this could indicate finances, career, or home life. So which one is it you want to move on from? Maybe all three. I'm getting that you are already the craftsman. You are already the craftsman. You know your shit. You know how to bring it together. But manifesting is actually standing in your way. It's one of your blockages. You need to manifest and then just have done with it. Put in your criteria in one of the job searches and just let it be. Let the universe deal with it. Because the universe is saying, you know the truth. You know the truth. It's as plain as the nose on your face. You know the truth. So your movement, your journey, where the fuck you need to be. You need to be taking a time out, lovelies. 4 of a thame is kicking back and thinking things through. So if you get the opportunity to take a time out, and it doesn't mean that you've got to take an expensive holiday or anything like that. It could be as simple as a meditation in the car on the way to work. And I'm not advocating you meditate while you're driving, but how many traffic lights is there between you and work? And, you know, sort of like just meditate for those few minutes. Take yourself off in your own world. Daydream, if you like. Because the person behind you will tell you when the lights have changed. It's not a problem. You've got an alarm clock there. They'll be bibbing. So, yeah, time to rest and rejuvenate. That's where you need to be right at this moment in time. So, what can you do about this situation? Except that the sun is yours. It's the best card in the deck. It's the Sun card. It's one of the best cards. You got the other best card as well. But you really need to understand that, oh, what's that old saying? It nearly came to me and it went, they give me things sometimes and then they whip it away quick. Heydays and holidays. I always get that with this card. It's the best summer's day times it by 1,000. That's what you can do about this situation, is just accept that you are moving into this brand new transformational energy. And it's there for you. It's just been given to you. It's just been handed to you. Look, here it is. Here it is. Yeah. And I have to say, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You've got 6 major arcanas. I'm not going to tell you about the others yet because we haven't got to that bit. You've got the Star, Manifestation 101. But the fairy is saying to you, come on, step into the healing, eternal healing waters. Allow yourself to feel not just healed, but repaired. Because if you're repaired, you will accept what's happened. You will forgive the other person and forgive yourself. And both of you will be released and be able to move on. Now, that person doesn't have to be your partner. It could be a work colleague. It could be a friend. They come in all different guises. But as soon as you clear that out of the way, that star will get bigger and brighter and your manifestations will come in. But right now, the universe is holding on to that. And they're saying, you need to do the healing that was prescribed in the first 2 cards. Healing and returning to wholeness. To get to that point, you have to be repaired. Now, normally, this is my partnership card. Oh, I've not done... Oh, jumping ahead. Reconnecting to your true self. Roots running deep, running long across the ground as well. The world tree is there to remind you that there is a lot of living to do. Oak trees live a very long time if they are allowed to. You've also got the asp at the bottom of the card, which is telling you it's time to change old skin. Step out of the old way of being and allow yourself to be a renewed energy. But in amongst that, in comes the high priest who's beckoning you in to the standing stones. You must learn to protect yourself when you're doing this kind of awareness work, I'm going to call it. He's also there to remind you that tradition is okay. You may have been told by some people around you that tradition is not the way to do it. But he's saying, if there is a traditional method and you're comfortable with it, then you hold on to that traditional method. Do not try to reinvent the wheel. If it's already working, go for it, but protect yourself while you're doing it. So as I was going to say a few minutes ago, this is usually my partnership card, but I get the sense through this whole reading that this is you with the 4 of Wands coming into partnership with yourself, finally seeing your own harvest coming in, offering that out to other people. Now, this could be a business venture, or it could be that you have just realised your own worth. And I have to say that is worth celebrating with friends, family and community. What's hidden from you at the moment? There's another truth or an untruth in the offing. The moon is illuminating. It's saying use your intuition. Do not look at the distortions of it in the water, because there is a pathway round this pond. And he's illuminating it. He's saying don't go through the water, go round it. There are other things for you to discover. Very nice. So let's ask the angels and the ancestors for some knowledge, wisdom and guidance. For Cancer for the latter part of August. Anything else? Thank you. You got the moon twice, darlings. Look at this. Take note of intuitive messages. Now, intuitive messages are those things that pop into your head, give you a gut feeling. It could be you see a word on a billboard, or you see a name on a street sign, or some jumbled up letters in a number plate. Suddenly give you a message. Don't ignore it. Take note of them. They are important. Even in dream world, dream states. Oh, no shit, Batman. All this healing. Cancer, you really do. Cancer, you need to return Do you know what? I just heard this. You need to return to the sea. You need to return to the sea. It doesn't matter where you go to this body of salt water. You need to return to the sea. So, you know, if you live somewhere that is quite close to water, great. If you don't and you live miles and miles and miles away, you are going to have to try to return yourself to the sea. You need to dangle your feet in the sea. You really do. Medicine Guardian, be open to healing information that is coming towards you. Arrow. Surround yourself with protective energy. Just what the High Priest was telling you to do as well. While you're doing all of this, you do need to be protected, darlings. So, my lovelies, wherever you are in the world, please be safe, and I will catch you in the next reading. Bye for now.